What's up, guys, and welcome back to Crusty Trucks. If this is your first time joining me, my name's Tucker, and today we've got two old school enduro motorcycles. Picked these up from about 2 hours away, down below Atlanta. The first one here is a 1971 Kawasaki Trail Boss. It's a two-stroke, it's a 10-speed, so it's a 5-speed with high and low range. This is a great little bike. It currently has 6,600 miles on it. This one's more of a basket case, so it's going to take a lot more to get this running. As you can see, there's wires everywhere. The cables and stuff aren't on it, and it's just more of a basket case. But this one here, this is our 1970 Kawasaki Bushmaster, and it currently has 4,600 original miles on it. And this one is a 90cc two-stroke. I forgot to mention, this one's a 100cc two-stroke. This one's a 90cc two-stroke. It does not have a high and low, so it should be easier to get this one going, because it's not really a basket case out here like this one over here to my left. I picked this up from a gentleman, like I said, down below Atlanta. And he picked them up from another gentleman, and he was going to restore these bikes, but he just got a good deal on mini bikes, and he wanted the mini bikes more than he wanted these. So I did some trading around, and we picked these up. So this one has really good compression. This one has been sitting, he said, for about at least 20 years. You picked it up from an older gentleman, and it actually came out of a barbecue smokehouse. And the older gentleman said that the barbecue smokehouse, he'd had it for years, and he had put this away in there probably in the mid-90s. So, I mean, about 30 years. So I guess we'll see how easy it is to get this one run. But yeah, let's dive into these. Okay, guys, now that we're down here eye level with the motorcycle, we can check out everything here. Everything, is here and it's intact. The gas tank is absolutely trashed. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this tank off and we're going to swap it out with that one. They're two different style tanks, but we'll see how well we can, or if we can even use that other tank over here. I'm sure that we could fix some kind of ratchet strap or something like that. But the front brake works really well. When I was pulling it off the truck, I tested it, and the front brake works very well. The clutch definitely works when we were loading it up. I put it in first, pulled the clutch in, and the clutch works. That's another good one. The back brake, I know, works. I used it as well, and then it's got really good compression, and I mean, I can already smell the gross exhaust coming off of it. So let's dive in and see what we got, see if we got spark, and see what we can do. All right, first thing we're going to do is check the crankcase, or the transmission fluid, I should say. There's a little bit on the stick in there. It's down there on the stick where it's supposed to be. I'll wipe it off and I'll check again. Could have just been from being jostled around. There we go, we'll try this. Bring it back up. It's just barely at the safe. So, I mean, I could put a little bit in, but I think for starting and running purposes, for the little bit, it'll be fine. That all looks good. And these have, I believe these have a oil. Yes, they do. They actually have their own oil tank. So you don't have to pre-mix, but on these old bikes, I always pre-mix my stuff anyways. I try not to trust the oil injection system because usually they're not taken care of and they get clogged up, they sit, they go bad. And so I usually just run it straight from the tank, pre-mix from the tank. So that's just me. You can do whatever you want, but that's just me. I take that off with a screwdriver. Let's see what we got under here. There's our oil tank. It's got two cycle oil in it as well. All these factory wires and butt connectors and all that. This shouldn't be too bad to get running. I mean, the seat's good. Really, the only bad part about this is the old tank. And obviously, we don't have any fuel in there. No, it just smells old. It smells old and gross. So, I guess what we can do is, first thing we can do is check for spark. So we'll check for spark and see what happens. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull off this boot from the spark plug. We'll put our spark plug socket on there. Get our breaker bar. Oh, that came off super easy. Oh yeah. Let's see what our plug looks like. Oh wow, not bad at all. That plug looks wonderful. There's no rust. It's gapped correctly. It's not beat to death. So we're gonna put that. We're gonna hook this up, and then we're gonna test for spark. Set it here on the. Oh, we got strong spark. Bring you guys in so you can see. Look at that spark. Plenty of good spark. So that right there will tell me that this thing should run. So what we can do is we can get us some premix going and see if this old girl will fire off. Snug. And folks, just like your oil filters, you don't have to tighten your spark plugs to 150 foot-pounds. Just do it lightly, okay? Please. Okay, so we know we've got spark. Okay, folks, we're going to take our 14 millimeter and do this. Pull this off. Try to get this tank off. Our safety reflector off. Should pull through on the other side, which it is. It's our bolt and our other reflector. And this should lift up a little bit. We got us a bolt under here. Let's try to take that off. More than likely going to be metric. Let's go with 11. 11 is too small. 13. Good Lord. Oh, because I'm turning it the wrong way. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, folks. There we go. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. You think with me being, you know, a mechanic and doing this basically my whole life, that I would know my righty tighty lefty loosey, but I don't. Pull this nut off. This is our shop foreman in the background, Scout. What you doing, buddy? Huh? He's my best friend. Okay. What are we hung on? Here's the tank. Oof, there is absolutely nothing but rust in there. Ooh, you guys can hear it. Yep, that tank is trashed. Got that off. These fuel lines are just awful. Pull this off down here, the side cover. And that little plastic washer is just going to explode right in my face. What if it's got the toolkit behind here? Oh no, it's an old school battery. Wow, look at that. Oh, this has been painted. It's blue. Look at this old school little battery. Got a coil. Well, we know we've got spark, so that's good. Probably won't be able to run the lights or anything like that. That premix we've got in there. It comes off the oil injection. I highly doubt that that oil injection works. Cable works. I mean, I guess we can see if it will fire off. You know, maybe even without the thing on it. Let's see if it does. All right, we're gonna spray some carb cleaner in here. See what happens. I don't know which way that is on for the key. The throttle seems good. Let's see what we can do. Maybe not. I do know it's getting spark though. I don't know if key up or key down is start, so. Nothing. We ain't getting nothing. Yeah, I don't know which way is it supposed to go for firing it up. Okay guys, we took the side cover off where the carburetor is, and it is nasty in here. So we're just going to spray everything down with carb cleaner. And then I want to pull this. Well, there's our throttle cable that's not doing much at all. Which it needs to be adjusted. So we will do that. Okay. How the heck are you supposed to get that thing off? I don't know. We must persist, because it's got to come out. We finally got this carburetor off. Apparently there's a little access hole right here that you guys were probably all screaming at me for when I was talking about getting this screw off, or this bolt loosened up. And as you can tell, that 54-year-old rubber does not do very well. So we're going to, I guess, pull this off. Well, not I guess. We're going to pull this off and look at everything and spray everything out and see what it all looks like, because it's definitely goopy and gross in there. So let's do it. Just gonna pull. I don't even know what size it is. Let's see what. Doesn't have anything. Huh? Just want to look from there. Do the choke cable from here, I guess. Alright, that's done. Need to pull this little cotter pin out. And folks, it's called a cotter pin, not a Carter pin. C-O-T-T-E-R. Put this little small piece in here. Don't let me forget about that. I probably will. Look how nasty that is. It's all gross. The slide is even stuck up. So let's get this apart and see what we got going on inside of it. Let's rebuild this. Well, first off, we're going to take it apart and see what it all looks like. There's that little annoyance. One screw. They're so full of dirt and corrosion. All right. Now that that nastiness went everywhere, take a look at our bubble. It's a little rusty in there, but all in all, it's not too bad. It's our main jet right there. Our gasket looks good. Need to pull off our top piece. Yeah, you can tell somebody's been in here. They've knocked all this stuff around. Let's see if we can push it out. Gonna mix us up some more ATF and acetone. That way we can submerge our carburetor. This should get all that nastiness off of it. Best penetrating lube you'll ever make. 50-50 ATF and acetone. Use this in a well ventilated area, please, because if you don't, it will ruin your nose for the time being. Alright, we'll just let this sit for a while. Should pull all that nastiness off of it. So what we did was we tried soaking this old carburetor in acetone and ATF, but after further inspection of it, this thing is just trashed. It's all old and the insides aren't really that good. So we actually had a spare that I put in here, new old stock Mikuni. We put in here, and now we have got the fuel tank off of the other bike on here. We got a new fuel line ran. We've got the fuel petcock on. Let's see if we got some fuel going. Looks like we got us a little bit of fuel in here. So we can tilt this over a little bit. Try to see if we can't get some more fuel in this line. And then we're just gonna go for it and see if it'll start. So we already know it has spark, so now we know that the carburetor is good and everything like that. So we're gonna put this old dry rotted plug back in, and we're gonna give it a start and see what happens. Let's see what we got. Pull it out, put a couple pumps. Keys off. Turn the key on. Wow. Look at that. No choke. idling on its own. The light works. Nice. Oh, the horn works. Kind of. On the push. Right. So it is neutral down and 5 up. All right. Just wants to take off like that. Probably need to adjust that clutch. But it runs, so that's the good thing. So we're happy about that. Do it one more time. Runs very well. Perfect. Put it on the center stand. I thought the clutch worked, but apparently it doesn't. Or maybe there's just no clutch left. These tires are old as dirt. I guess 20 psi is fine. I'm not gonna do anything crazy with it, so. See about this. Come on, old girl. Clutch still doesn't work. Nope. But it runs and it rides. So there we go. Well, guys, I want to thank you all for tuning in and watching this episode of Will It Run. And what we did was we just pulled the bike off the truck, changed the carburetor out, cleaned it up a little bit, poured some new fuel in it, put a new petcock on it, new fuel line, and she runs. She's a good runner. So we're going to get a correct tank for this one, as we discovered our other one was completely and utterly trashed. So yeah, I really appreciate you folks for watching this Will It Run, and stay tuned for more on this bike and more on the other Trail Boss bike. We're gonna get that running in its own separate video. So until next time, I'm Tucker with Crusty Trucks, signing off. Catch you guys later.